Mr. Secretary, thanks for doing this. Are you concerned at all about Israel's widespread airstrikes across Syria and also their maneuvers inside this buffer zone that have created some anger in the Arab world among U.S. partners? And secondly, I'm wondering what your message will be to Erdogan when it comes to U.S.-backed Kurdish forces who have lost territory in Syria against other militias.
Well, first, when it comes to the buffer zone that came from the 1974 ceasefire agreement, what Israel has said is that the Syrian forces that were on one side of that buffer zone abandoned the area. And Israel was concerned that that vacuum could be filled by terrorists, by extremists, and so it moved forces into the buffer zone. And it's told us and told others that that's a temporary move just to ensure, again, that this vacuum isn't filled by something bad. When it comes to actions that Israel has taken, the stated purpose of those actions from the Israelis is to try to make sure that equipment that's been abandoned, military equipment that's been abandoned by the Syrian army, doesn't fall into the wrong hands, terrorists, extremists, etc. But we'll be talking, and we're already talking to Israel, we're all talking to others about the way ahead. And when it comes to Turkey and...
Sorry, just on Israel, do you support their moves? I mean, they've basically destroyed the entire Navy. They've gone after a lot of state assets, and I think a lot of people understand that desire, but there's obviously... people are wondering whether this is kind of overkill to some degree in terms of taking out, say, the entire Navy.
Again, the Israelis have been clear about what they're doing and why they're doing it. I think across the board, when it comes to any actors who have real interest in Syria, it's also really important at this time that we all try to make sure that we're not sparking any additional conflicts. That's also an important objective and goal. And when it comes to what's happening in the Northeast, look, Turkey has real and clear interest, particularly when it comes to the PKK and terrorism, which is an enduring threat to Turkey. At the same time, again, we want to avoid sparking any kinds of additional conflicts inside of Syria at a time when we want to see this transition to an interim government and to a better way forward for Syria. And part of that also has to be ensuring that ISIS doesn't rear its ugly head again. And critical to making sure that doesn't happen is the so-called SDF, the Syrian Democratic Forces, that we've been supporting. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Now they turn the light on.
Yeah, this is on the wing side.
Sorry.